After 4 bars, brother, just go in. Yeah, that's Wifey on the hook, baby. Just go in. After 4 bars, brother, just go in. After 4 bars, brother, just go in. Happy Sunday, good people. What's the deal?
I seen how you do
With your lost ass crew.
That's why I got the roadmap just for you. Hop in your car, board a plane, can't save the slow brain. So I guess you need some education.
Man.
Your rhymes are so
Simple and plain.
For you just walking
Up the stairs is going against the grain. Pain, it ain't no T-Pain or no Little Wayne or a rock chain. It's he pleasing man, the energetic enigma. Roar like an omega, and a kappa and an alpha later. Hater because the E is much greater. 04, I voted for Ralph Nader.
And when the verse ends, I'ma say
See you later.
And I'm not the type of cat to ever rock no pink gators. But I'm not a here, but not like
Wiener Schwarzenegger. I'm gonna give you verse 2. Just go in. After 4 bars, brother, just go in. Come on, baby, just go in. I'm not riding totally solo. Wifey will be here soon. In this world, we got no time for hate.
No time to hate. You gotta stand straight and
Be ready to debate.
I know it's
on my plate.
The Lord is so great. Obama in 08 and maybe in 12, and I know the world's fate. My victory is coming because my hard work is coming. In life, I'm overcoming. And changing shorty's lives around like
Mr. Drummond. Talking about Willis, the skills is the illest. Apocalypto flow. So when I dream about something that happened to real life, yo, the way to go in is strong with your chin. Euro and yen. The Saudis is jumping all in. Sin, what society is you in?
It doesn't even matter because you
Can't join in.
Watch them destroy themselves with their control everything trend.
Watch them destroy themselves with their control everything trend. Back in like 07. No, I'm sorry. Back in 2010. 2010, 2011. But the just go in. What's up, everybody? You know what it is. Sunday. Knowledge is Love Astrology Podcast. Turner and my man Bobby Seale and the other black activist that keeps it more than real. Truth. Truth of a racist truth.
We'll just look at
Katrina, rough war in Rwanda.
And all the struggling single mothers named Keisha and Wanda. And if you try to rebel and ask what it's like, the government will put on you. So I guess the apple ain't far
from the tree.
You had both bushes destroying
humanity.
And created nothing but a false enemy. And how sad it be. It was nothing but a tragedy. They were just mocking the real reality. They wanted to invade,
get all the dough.
Control this society and brainwash you. Take away your freedom. So now you can see I had to go in
and give you reality.
And they've been mocking
we
who believe in
democracy.
Don't you understand this is all
hypocrisy? After 4 bars, brother, just go in. After 4 bars, brother, just go in. What's up, y'all? Eric Taylor, Big E Astrology. After 4 bars, brother, just go in. And see, that's the thing you guys may not understand. Iran, Iraq, you're talking about Stargates, portals, Stargate 10, Hawaii, Stargate 11, Iraq, Gilgamesh, the Nephilim. It's not what you think it is. Okay? But welcome to episode 439 of my Knowledge is Love Astrology podcast. Mateus's team won yesterday. They won 16-6. He had like 2 tackles. His team is 5-0 in the season. Jackson still got to go back to the doctor this week or next week. He's still on injured reserve. But I'm proud of Tay. And he just asked a girl out. Alana will tell you she was at the mall with the boys and they met some girls there. And I gave him some money and he bought her a little drinky drink on Starbucks. And they wrote on there, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And she said, "Yes, Carolina." And Mateus. I remember my little 7th, 8th grade girlfriend. You know, he's smooth like his daddy. I was a smooth criminal. So it's Aries season. Happy birthday to all my Aries. Aries, holla at me. Birth chart, solar turn chart, secondary progression. You could be vibrating as a Taurus or Gemini, OG Cancer now. The solar turn is deep because let's say if you're born April 2nd, your return could be on April 1st. Okay. It goes back to the degree and the minute. So you may have a different rising sign and a moon, but it literally shows you how this year of life will play out for you. So don't think, I'll be honest, it's not just for me, whether you do it with me or any other astrologer. You should truly, honestly get a solar return chart reading every year because it shows you how the year will play out and you'll be dealing with a different energy than, you know, just I was an Aries sun, I'm a Gemini moon and a Taurus rising. You may be something totally different. And I told you before, right? I did a solar return chart for my cousin one year and I saw in there that she had to go to the doctor and it turns out she had a tumor. Thankfully, it was benign. It wasn't, you know, cancerous, but had a tumor in her breast, but I saw it in the chart. So trust me when I tell you solar return charts are muy, muy importante. And a big apology. I want to just share this with everybody. You know, I'm human. I've been working so hard. We're almost done with the book, all this stuff. I didn't realize I was starting my astrology class on Sunday, April 5th. That's Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. So I got to delay it and push it back another week. So if you guys want to sign up for my basic foundations course, right? It's 10 weeks. We'll go to early July, figure that last week out, but it's going to start Sunday, April 12th, 12 noon Eastern, 9 8 Pacific. Each class will be 90 minutes. Each class will be recorded. You're going to receive homework. You're going to receive the digital copy of my astrology workbook, star signs and rhyme lines, and the hard copy once it's printed. In this course, you will learn the signs. Well, when I say signs, let's get more specific. Not just Aries through Pisces. You're going to learn the modalities, the duplicity, the elements, the decans, all the nuggets of the zodiac signs, the planets, not just Sun to Pluto. You're going to learn about Chiron, Lilith, North and South Node, Vesta, Vertex. Not just the houses. You're going to learn all 12 houses, but you're going to learn, with the planets, planetary joys in the houses, like Jupiter it rejoices, it's in his joy in the 11th house, but planetary orbits, Uranus, 84 years around the zodiac, right? Retrogrades. You're going to learn in the houses, right? All 12 houses, the planetary joys. You're going to learn how to read a birth chart. You'll get annual perfections, learn how to do transits, solar returns, secondary progression charts. You're going to learn house rulership and chart rulership, right? I'm a Scorpio rising. My chart ruler is the planet Mars, which is in Virgo in my 11th house. That shows extra emphasis in themes of life that may play out for you. So there's a lot, to teach and a lot to learn. But this is the course for you. I've taught it twice before. Some of my former students are reading charts and making money professionally. And some just choose to know this ancient wisdom called astrology, which is the map of your life and the remembrance of your soul to better their lives, right? To help their children, their grandchildren, their spouse, their partner, their siblings, their parents, their grandparents. You want to learn this ancient wisdom called astrology. I don't know when I'm going to teach it again. I highly recommend. I have payment plans. You can go to the website, BigEAstrology.com, or you can email me, eric@BigEAstrology.com. You may need 2 payments of $350, 4 payments of $175, or just be honest with me and tell me where you're at, and we'll make it work. But this is going to be powerful. I love teaching. I taught 13 years. Right? My mother was a teacher, 35 years. So it's in my blood, 10 years with multiply severely disabled children and 3 years teaching acting 9 to 11-year-olds and also pre-K. So you want to learn astrology from a Scorpio rising, a Virgo sun, Mercury, Mars, and a Capricorn moon. Okay. I'm excited for this class. It's going to be so much fun. So excited for my astrology book, and Wifey found a new printer that's going to be way cheaper. I'm not sure on the pricing yet, throwing out some tentative numbers. Could be the digital's 28, the hard copy 44. It's 188, 189 pages. That's a lot. And we have interwoven hip hop culture with it. Okay. Connecting the air signs to the MCs, the rappers, the fire signs to the bombers, the graffiti writers, the earth signs to the b-boys, the breakdancers, the water signs to the DJ. Okay, you got hip hop history chart check-ins. You're gonna love it. All right. So tonight we are talking about in honor of Aries season, 3 interesting placements. Neptune in Aries, which just started and goes to 2039. So all you people out there who are planning on having babies or grandbabies until 2039, they're going to have Neptune in Aries there. We got to talk about that. Pluto in Aries, not till 2067. And that goes to 2097. Will you be here? I'm going to be here. 2067, I'll be 97. But I will be here forever and ever. I will be here forever. So I signed up for 3 digits. I decided that at 6 years old when my father was murdered. So we'll talk about Pluto and Aries and my theory behind it. The videos are down below in the description. So go watch them. And forgive me for eating chips. I don't mean to be rude, but I've been busy today. I just started a new series. Go watch it. Please watch the video, whether it's your placement or not, and leave a comment. Ceres, the goddess of harvest, Ceres, that little question mark sickle. It's about how you were nurtured and cared for in astrology. It's from childhood, and then how you would nurture and care for your children or people in your life. It's food, fashion, secret sorrows, lack of self-worth. It's also, especially in the first 4 houses, maybe 5, and other places too, where you could be lost, stolen, abducted, or kidnapped. And I just released my video right before I came on live, Ceres in the first house. Duke lost, so I'm happy. Feel bad for my older son, Elijah. That's his team. Connecticut won. They play Illinois. And Arizona, by the time I get to Arizona, plays Michigan, which should be the championship game. They messed up the seeding. Arizona and Michigan are the 2 best teams. But props to Connecticut for coming back. They were down 19 and beat Duke, 73-72. I'm going to get to the chat in a minute. I'm so glad to, oh my God, to see all these faces. You beautiful people. You know how much I love you guys? Like, I say it because I want you to know and understand. Everybody here, if you're new, please subscribe, hit the like button. I'm going to get to the comments. Let me get my headphones. Wifey will be here soon, but I'm going to break of dawn. And then after Pluto, you know me. Now I like to give you 3. Black Moon Lilith and Aries. One of my kids has this. I forget which one. I didn't get a chance to look at the chart. I really don't remember. But it is an interesting placement. And we're going to talk about it. Guess who else had it? Black Moon Lilith and Aries. I'll say it again when we get there, in case new people come on. And you'll watch the video and go leave a comment. Especially my old videos, help a brother, right? Like my Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn videos and the signs, they don't have that many views or comments. I think they're good, but I don't know. They just, there's some videos I'm like the #1 astrologer in the world, like, the cusp videos, my midheaven series, my rising signs. I'm in the top 3, but some of those other ones, not so much. That's okay. There's a lot of noise out there, and there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of astrologers on YouTube. So the fact that any of my videos, I'm like the #1, 2, 3 in the world, like my Black Moon Lilith and Pluto in the first house, I'm the #1 stunner. That's pretty cool. For this Upper West Side, New York City kid, you know what I'm saying? Yo. How you guys feeling? The moon's in Virgo now. So, even though I'm having these little chips as a snack, the moon's in Virgo. So for the next 2.5 days, I'm going to do a lot of smoothies, salad, no drugs, no sex. Darn it. No drugs, no sex, no cursing, no alcohol, no meat. And what happens is your cells have the opportunity to heal for that 48 or 60 hours when the moon returns back to your natal sun sign every month. and you kind of need to purge, fast, cleanse. And it's perfect for Virgos because the South Node is there. So you should be doing that anyway. And so I'm going to be eating very pure and clean. Even tonight for dinner, probably just do a salad or a smoothie, and same thing for Monday and Tuesday. So we'll have a Virgo, Libra, Scorpio moon week. Please go subscribe and watch my show, Stars and Cards Lounge. It's on YouTube, Stars and Cards Lounge, with myself and Elena from Searchlight Tarot, where astrology meets tarot. But we had our first guest on, Lowry Stern, who's a Gemini, amazing woman, Gemini, Sun and Moon, Libra rising. She does, go subscribe to her. She's great. The Real and the Woo podcast. She does yoga, spiritual coaching, really fun, but smart as a whip. Great podcast. And Elena and I both are on our podcast, but we had her on, and that episode just came out this morning. Really fun and entertaining. Check it out. We had a good time. So let me read your comments and let me know if anybody here has a Lilith in Aries, because I know none of y'all got Neptune or Pluto in Aries. And how many of you are going to be here in 2067? That's going to be something, right? And I have a theory about that, but I'll talk about it when we get there, about Pluto and Aries, okay? So I'm going to listen to your comments. Got to drink some water. It was hot at the football game the other day. Oh, my God. Super hot. Hey, Abdel. How you doing? Welcome. Are you new? Share your Sun, Moon, Rising, your big three. Hey, Quintella. Q's in the house. Grand day. You're so sweet, Quintella. Unconditional light. I know that's right. Hey, Eden Garden. How are you? You've been here before, right? You got a smiling face and smiling eyes. I love it. Hey, Phoenix Amatola. How are you, my friend? Hey, Miranda. Oh, I got to tell you guys, I met Miranda in person. She came to Missy's Mysteries last weekend. And Miranda is the best. I'm listening. I just got to blow my nose. Oh, yeah. Mateus is the little Mac. He's a little heartthrob. He's so cute. I gave them each $20 when they were going to the mall. Yeah. Carolina. Alana met her mother. She said she was very sweet. I'm spilling the tea to y'all because y'all like family. Just like I told my cousin. He don't know I'm telling you. (3/30, is that your birthday? And this is March 29th. So happy birthday to all my Aries out there. Oop. Oh my God, this cord is so long. You know, do you guys like college basketball? I know some people may not like sports, but they watch March Madness. Oh, 4/4 is your birthday? All right. I love the Aries energy. Now look, right? You see, I got the Virgo back there and the Aries. Oh, you're Pisces rising? You looked at your solar return? Yeah. People should get the solar return charts. I love doing them, but it's very important. Hey, Ev. Who is that? Ronnie or Ron? You're new? Welcome. Share your big three if you're new. Hola. Hey, Cephas. What's up, my brother? Now, remember, we got a tribe meeting this Friday night April 3rd, hosted by the amazing Melinda Valentine, Queen Bee Numeralytics. She is going to break down for every tribe member. She's going to talk about the numerology of April and, a quick little interpretation or insight for everybody so we kind of know with the numerology how April may play out for us. Now, I want to not warn you, but get you ready. April 17th. Okay, so April 9th, I believe it's Mars goes into Aries, and April 14th, Mercury. I believe those are the dates. We're going to have a crazy planetary alignment. Mars, Mercury, Neptune, Saturn, and Sun all in Aries. And I think it's, if I'm correct, the 17th is the new moon in Aries. So you're going to have the new moon too. That planetary alignment is going to bring a lot of change and new beginnings and new energy. Aries season is no joke. And I just want you guys to know, I keep saying it, but Aries season won't feel the same, and it literally won't be the same, until then, like I guess 2040 or 2039 when Neptune leaves. Now Saturn's there to April 12th, 2028. Okay, so that's its own little vibration and frequency. Remember, Saturn in Aries is tough because it's in its fall. Saturn is exalted in Libra and home in Capricorn Aquarius, and its planetary fall in Aries. So it's not for joke. You understand? Or should I say, you understand? I need to just coin that because that's, I know other people say it, but that's something that I've always said, and we really need to think of that. You want to understand. You don't want to be under anything of knowledge or information. You want to be on top. So either overstand or understand. But I like inner. Okay. One thing that you guys have got to remember, we're still, I think the shadow period for Mercury retrograde ends this week, maybe today, tomorrow, the 1st. I can't remember the exact date, but things can still be wonky because Mercury is in Pisces. It's in its planetary fall there. A lot of confusion, miscommunications, indirectly direct, misinterpretations. You thought you said this, you never said it. So we still have to be maniacal, intentional about the pronouns and verbs and the words, and we kick it to the curb. I spit it absurd. Did you like that song, Go In by E Complete, my second album, True Speaker? After 4 bars, brother, just go in. After 4 bars, brother, just go in. Yeah, that was Wifey. Had to bring her into the booth in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to Neptune and Aries. Oh, and how was your weekend? Did you have a nice weekend with the Leo moon? Do something creative. Make sure you guys watch my Astro Weather. Monday sets you ready for the week, and then Friday to get you ready for the weekend. I hope you tune in. I love doing it, but I do like to get comments because I want to know that, I'm helping people. Virgos need to know that our acts of kindness and service are beneficial to others. I'm feeling a little silly today. I don't know what it is. Oh, so last night, okay, I don't know what I did the other day in PT. I kind of hurt my foot. I was limping at my son's football game, but last night I said, you know what? All this spiritual stuff I've been learning and doing and whatever. So I was using different codes of healing, my 55515. I was using my positive intentions and just different words and toning. And I just claimed healing. And I woke up today. Now, I won't lie. When I first woke up, my foot was still hurting. But then once I got in the shower, put on my sneakers, and I got some big sneakers. So I don't know if I told you guys, after my surgeries, I can no longer wear low tops. I actually have to wear high tops. So I got these big white Air Force Ones, and I wear size 13. So big stomping like boots, right? And but it's I felt better, and I go to PT back on Tuesday, but I was just like, thank you, God, because I'm not going to lie, you guys, the Virgo South Node has been kicking your boy's butt. Raise your hand if the South Node has been affecting you, if you have any Virgo placements, or just affecting you in general in terms of body aches, pains, issues with the tummy, the stomach. With the Virgo South Node, we have to purge, release, and detox, but it's not just, for your gut. So eating healthier, but it's also perfectionism, being overly critical, overly self-critical, critical of others, being nitpicky, and I'm proud of myself in a sense that, in my progress chart, I'm like kind of like a Scorpio and a Cap rising, but I have definitely have improved as that worrywart, overanalyzing Virgo, needing everything to be so perfect and detailed. It still has its place, details. And remember, Virgos, everybody should have a Virgo in their life. I know it's the most popular sun sign and the most popular birthday. Thank you I always give him his props. Lloyd Strayhorn, Baba Lloyd, he's the best. September 9th is the most popular, most common birthday. Aquarius is the most rare sun sign. And I forgot the date. It could have been February 9th. Evelyn, you may know, 11th, 15th. There's like the least common birth date. It's in February too. And then the most common, actually, I don't know the most common rising sign, but Aries and Pisces are the two most rare and unique ascendants, and Aries is the most authentic, because they're just like very pure, because the sign associated and connected with the house. But never think that the signs in the house have the exact same meaning. Some astrologers speak like that, but that's not proper teaching. They're similar, but you'll learn this in my astrology course. Okay. And yeah, I hope you guys sign up. I'm really excited, and got a couple of people already signed up, but I want more to come and join. And I also teach one-on-one astrology classes. That's just a little bit more expensive, $1,500 compared to just $700. But I do payment plans with that too. Listen, I get it. These are tough times, but the one thing that we need in these tough times is the wisdom and knowledge to help us maneuver. Right? I'm even taking cardology with Jazz Aphrodite right now, right? I'm in a class with Quintella and other people learning. It's incredible. It's a little challenging. I got to study more though, but I'm so busy because I have my own business. I don't have the, time to go through, but I'm going to do some studying tonight and tomorrow. I got birth charts to do tomorrow. Let's get to it. Sorry, I'm a little long-winded. Neptune and Aries. Right? We know it just started. It's going to 2039. Do any of you have any grandchildren or children, or, a bun in the oven for a grandkid or a child, or yourself going to be born with Pluto, Aquarius, Neptune, Aries? Interesting. And remember, yesterday we had the Saturn-Pluto sextile. And you're still feeling that energy a little bit today. Saturn, Aries, Pluto, Aquarius. Okay. Sextiles are harmonious, and you're going to learn aspects in the class too. It's that tapping, harmonious Venus energy, like, hey, look at this, do this. Hey. It's a very soft aspect, very encouraging, supportive. So Neptune and Aries generation, these kids are going to they are the betas. And, I would say the alphas are 14 and younger, and the betas would probably go, or maybe you could say 15, but and the betas are going to go from late 2024, let's just say 25 to probably 40, 39, 40. Okay, 24 to like 39. So that's going to cover the Neptune Aquarius. Okay, and then 2040 to 55 will be, I don't know, the Cephas generation, the C's, the Ka, the Cha generation. I have no idea what they're going to label. I don't even know who labels these things. But I know in Neptune and Aries, there is a bit of, now remember, they could have any sun sign, but they're just dealing with their Neptune and Aries. So what is Neptune? Neptune is your imagination, your spirituality, your creativity. Neptune is illusion, delusion, delulu, don't lie to yourself, confusion, deception. Neptune is poetry, film, photography, singing, dancing. It's addiction. It's dye. It's the pharmaceuticals. Neptune is escapism. It is the ether. It's the waters, the oceans, the spiritual realm. So when you have that in Aries, it is a bit of the spiritual warrior, sort of like Mars and Pisces, right? Remember Anjani was on talking about that energy, like, you know, a soldier with like a knife under the water cutting through the ocean. Well, Neptune in Aries is really someone that really initiates their spiritual practice, someone that is not afraid to be brave and courageous, to step out on the stage, be the man in the arena, right? With their imagination, their creative expression. Now, the only problem is they gotta watch out. They gotta slow down and not be overly impulsive. Now, I say to slow down, that's more with the Saturn, you know, so if they're born now to 2028, they really need to like not be impulsive and slow down. But the Neptune also, you know, can make them very magical, but they have to watch out in terms of, you know, really staying away from drugs and alcohol. Alcohol is worse than, you know, mushrooms or marijuana or ecstasy. Seriously, please know that. Alcohol is terrible. Not only does it shrink the brain, messes up the kidneys, the liver, all that stuff. I stopped drinking years ago and I feel so much better. But like, I'm not this person that's like, oh my God, you know, like I told you, we're almost up to April. I still haven't had meat all year. But it was just, I go with how I'm feeling intuitively, right? Virgo sun. Virgos are very intuitive. Okay. Pisces is psychic, but Virgo, especially Virgo moons, but even Virgo sun signs are extremely intuitive because it's here in our guts. We feel it in the tum-tum. I'll just get that little tingle and I'm like, no, they're not nice. No, I shouldn't trust them. No, I shouldn't go there. Oh, yes, I should do that. You know what I mean? But with Neptune and Aries, they're going to be extremely brave and courageous to step out on the stage, to use their imagination, to assert and initiate in very shape-shifting, magical ways. Okay? And so, you know, they could be extremely talented and gifted. Let me see. All right. So I guess, I don't know. Wifey should be here in a bit. But anyway, you know, that is really going to be, but also just imagine like this. I feel like this generation is going to create the new Hollywood, the new film industry, the new television, the new acting, the new music, where you don't have to sell your soul or get into devil worship or, you know, just have, you know, unnecessary, you know, demonic rituals and sex and whatever you want to say, because that's what's wrong. Like, why? Because you're a creative person and you want to express yourself and you want to be on TV or film, do you have to like do these things? That's got to stop. That's the old structure and system, and it's abusive. And it's wrong. And it's not nice. It's just not nice. But do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm a member of the Screen Actors Guild and Actors Equity, and I've been on Broadway, and I've been in the New York Times, and I've been in television series and films, and I have my own independent film out that I did, and I got a movie coming out July 28th, Interdimensional. Oh my God, it's got astrophysicists from Harvard in it. We're talking about spiritual transformative experiences and near-death experiences, and in there, amongst, you know, I don't know, maybe 20 people, I share my NDE story. But it's really going to be a powerful film, Interdimensional. So I'll keep you updated, but stay tuned for that. Your boy, oh, wait a minute. I didn't turn on my other light. Give me a second. Turn on the spotlight. Big Astrology, you know. So, yeah. So, you know, that's really Neptune and Aries in a nutshell. I think what you're going to find is that they'll use that imagination and creativity to really initiate, right? Aries is the leader. It's the tribal leader. It's the immature childhood genius. But remember with Aries, it's very much about independence, sovereignty, the pioneer maverick. They're freaking brilliant, you know? I don't know. I just love, I respect the Aries energy. Like I can't necessarily be in a relationship with them, but work and family, and friends that just love Aries, men and women. Had a good Aries homegirl growing up. And I remember she used to say, if both of us are still single at 30, we should get married, you know, but that was not, you know, the case or whatever. But it's just, you know, she was good people. She would come to my house every Thanksgiving and Christmas, and yeah, just a sweetheart. And I even got to read her chart. I think it was this past year. So that was kind of cool, you know, to have an old friend that trusted me to read their birth chart, but also that's, you know, open enough to say, sure, I don't know what astrology is all about, but if you're doing it, Eric, I'll rock with you. You know what I mean? And there's so many of my old friends that, you know, on Facebook that I just want to help them and reach out to them. But, you know, I'm not in that place anymore, right? You know how when people first have their awakening, they're like trying to tell the world and da-da-da. It's like when you first become a born-again Christian, you're like, read your Bible and, you know, you got to get saved and born again. And I was on fire for the Lord. You know, I still love Yeshua. But, you know, you share information and knowledge, but you can't change anybody. You can't preach. We're all doing our own walk. And like I tell you, I have no spiritual judgment or arrogance. You know, I don't think if someone's like a spiritual baby, first, second grade, and I'm in 10th, 11th, or 12th grade, you know, Uranus, Gemini could come in and all of a sudden they get all the clairs, and then they could be like 12th grade or a graduate school and have all these clairs and psychic gifts. You know, there's no competition. I'm saying I'm only in competition with myself. I don't compare myself to other astrologers, and I surely don't look at numbers. I mean, there's some people that got like, you know, hundreds of thousands, but I don't think they're necessarily better than me. There's some people I know are not better than me, but I'm just saying, you know, it's I don't know any secrets to grow. That's why I just thank you guys. That's why it means so much to me when you come here. You know, I just hit 10,700. I'm on my way to 11,000. I'm so thankful. It's very humbling. You know, I don't know, you know, maybe I don't have the right SEO and I don't use the special keywords and the right tags and this and that, you know, and everybody sends me emails like, oh, you know, you can pay me this and I'll do this, fix your YouTube channel, make it even better. And you got great content, but I can get you more views. People say a lot of stuff. I don't know if I trust them, you know, but I do trust you guys showing up and, you know, kind of being here. So any comments, anybody here with the I think Wifey's coming soon. I hear her with the Neptune Aries that you know of people with it. How have you been feeling since Neptune entered Aries? I know it's a little different because Saturn's there too, but the one thing that Neptune Aries can also bring sinus issues. Now, Scorpio tends to more rule the sinuses, but Neptune, sorry if I didn't tell you this, Neptune is disease. Mm-hmm. Hello, Neptune is disease.
Diseases.
Yeah. Oh, here she is.
That,
the better half.
Why, here I am.
Oh my goodness.
How are you, everybody?
I missed her, and she's so glad to be here.
I am.
I already told them about our young Mac. I couldn't resist.
We have two Macs.
Oh, two? You okay? Let Mom tell the story. She was there. Share away, Mom. Okay. About so the Taylor twin Macs. Okay, yeah, they could be listening.
Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you this.
What?
But Jackson got his first real kiss.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Jackson got a
They're
kiss.
Such good boys, and they're such nice young ladies, and it's very.
But our
cute.
boys have such big hearts. I'm you know how.
On
see,
the first kiss on the.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Jackson is celebrating his 1 week anniversary, but he's been talking to this young lady for 2 months. See, we tell our kids you have to be friends with these girls
don't just date anybody. You have to be friends and you have to talk.
And I let them know
And
that you
so-
want a good woman and a good girlfriend like their mother.
That's
And you want
what
to
they are
laugh and
doing.
be friends.
And the other young lady, kiss on the cheek,
Carolina. Oh my goodness.
And
what's the other girl's name for Jackson?
I can't. We go. I
Okay,
can't remember.
all
I
right,
don't want
all
to get into all that because
Somebody said, "Ooh, Eric, you spilling his
Ooh,
tea," and I said,
ooh.
"I'm just sharing it with you guys. He doesn't know
know.
I'm spilling it."
yeah. So at any rate, I was just posted up in the mall.
She was chilling in the mall.
Okay, so wait a minute. Like, I'm sorry, I was in the mall. So here's
She had a visit to the Matrix.
I have a real pull with stuff because I love fashion. I went to school for fashion. I worked in couture for
We've
years.
heard it so many times.
Oh, you
No,
have.
I'm
You
joking.
probably have heard it.
No, I'm
but
saying they have.
So
I'm
I
joking.
love that aesthetic.
She's very
However,
good with style and fashion.
So I posted up in the mall. And I was thirsty, so I was like, let me just get something to drink so that I can post up with my computer and like not be completely conspicuous. I'm just sitting here like, do you know I spent $9.73 on a boba?
What?
And I didn't realize I don't like boba.
What?
It's just like these chewy, like
Chewy what? What's boba?
it's like this chewy rice kind of stuff. I like the kind that pop when I have had them. Not good. Okay, not good. And $9.73
Hated
for a drink.
it.
The drink tasted okay, but then they asked me if I wanted to give a tip.
Did you say
Heck to the nizzo?
Did you say
Rizzo.
don't eat yellow snow, baby bro?
Oh, maybe no, but I was like,
that's the tip.
what am I giving you a tip for? I'm giving you a tip for making my very expensive drink. Like, oh, because you handed it to me, you deserve more. Like, I'm sorry.
We're Gen Xers.
Companies
don't
are
come with us with
tripping.
that.
They need to just pay their employees. Don't ask me to supplement because you, corporation, don't want to pay.
Especially when you're overpaying.
And you're charging me
you're
$9.73
for a drink.
A drink. Like, and
Was it tea?
yeah, it was like I think 24 ounces. It was 50 cents more to go from 16 ounces to 24 ounces. So I was like,
why not?
Well, go on and give it all to me because I knew I was going to be sitting there for like over 2 hours, But anyways, where are we? Hello, everyone. Where are we in here?
Let's see. I'm going to tell you because I did highlight it.
You highlighted a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, no, but
Did we get through everybody?
I got down to, I think, Cephas.
Oh, my man, C, I saw you up there.
Yeah.
Hey, C, it is so good to see you. As soon as I saw you, I had to smile.
I know.
It was good to see you, but now I lost you. Where are you?
Okay. You could just.
Oh.
I did like the first 6 or 7, so you can go.
Did you say hello to Evelyn? Did you
Yeah.
say hello to Miss Evelyn?
Yes.
What about Ronnie?
Yes, Ronnie.
Hey,
I think
Ronnie,
is new.
Ola
And
baby.
Ronnie's got to share the
there's
sun, moon,
C.
rising. Yeah.
Okay.
So after.
So please share your sun, moon, and rising, Ronnie. And did you know that C has his part of fortune in Aries?
No, I did not.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
So we must have found where we.
So
left
make sure you
off.
watch that video and leave me a little comment, see, please. That's the thing. I really want you guys, when you guys watch my different videos, please leave a comment. I know some of my videos have been up there for years, but some of them, like I told you, they don't have a lot of comments.
Reintroduce them to the algorithm.
Yeah.
Oh, and before I get started, look, I got these little Italian snacks.
She bought gifts
from Costco. No, they're from Costco. But here's the thing that's really cool about them.
Okay.
They're imported from Italy. They're organic and they're made with Italian flour. Which is much better than American flour. Whenever you can buy things made with flour that's from Europe, that's the way to go, guys. And then I always just make my own hummus because I know that it has all olive oil and all really good ingredients. Just the way to go. Okay, let's see. Teresa.
Hey,
Hello,
Teresa. How are you, my friend?
Wishing everyone a beautiful evening, of peace and
same
joy.
to you, my friend.
Same to you. And then we have to your mama.
Who?
To your mama, baby.
To your mama.
To your mama, baby.
How's your mama?
And this has been a while. So wishing everyone a beautiful day. I feel like we've seen it before. She said she's feeling it. She said it's my 12th. It's in my 12th, and it can be heavy.
Oh, you're a Taurus rising. You're feeling Neptune and Aries. Okay.
And our beautiful friend Miranda. Hey, Miranda.
I know Miranda's here.
It was so nice to meet you.
That's what I told them. We met
it was
her.
Lovely. Yes. I got to give Miranda a hug. Yep. It was good to see you, friend.
See, we're real people, and you guys are real people.
Yeah.
So here's an example. Okay. Someone in the chat actually met us in person. We don't bite, and we're friendly, right, Miranda?
Yep. I was at the Fashion Square Mall in Scottsdale. I gotta tell you, it does. It's so much fun. I mean, you got the Louis Vuitton and the Hermes store, and you've got like just all these wonderful, expensive places.
I have to reel her in. She still has materialistic tendencies.
I can be. But at the same time, you know what it is? I want all cotton. So like this is cotton, and you know how hard it is to find stuff in cotton, and like it's hard.
Super hard.
Even high-end stuff has so many synthetics in it.
And that's not good. You don't want to wear that.
It's not good. Okay.
You guys want to wear
Coach Kendra is here.
Hey,
I don't think I've ever seen you.
That's Kendra from the tribe.
I know, but I don't think I've ever seen her on one of these before.
Well,
so good to
welcome,
see you, friend.
Kendra.
And Miss Cutie Paws.
Hey, Cutie Paws.
So good to see you as well. And,
what's up, Cutie Paws?
And we have King Capri Carino. Carino?
Okay.
Am I saying that right?
Share your big three, please. Sun and Rising.
Please
welcome to the channel. Subscribe, you new people. You and Ronnie
and then what's that? What? Is that like a chick NDE and the Phoenix rises? Chick. I don't know what that means, baby girl. Well,
I was talking about my movie Interdimensional.
Okay.
And so about spiritual transformative experiences and NDEs.
And then we have Phoenix here. Good to see you, friend. And Biggie, what is the difference between being psychic and intuitive?
That's a good question. So I'm going to tell you this. Intuition, I think the intuition, you feel more in your body and you just like have this inner knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Psychic, I think it's more like you knowing things about others or just in general that's unspoken, and that's more coming through your third eye. That's like how I would describe it.
That's a very good way of saying it. Yeah. I don't know what the real difference is, but I would.
You could chat GPT it or Google it, but I think that would be a good way to go.
Wait a minute.
Be careful.
Did he just say chat? Listen, guys.
Be careful.
I really want you guys, when you're using chat GPT, please double check everything and make sure that it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
And wait. And let me say this, because I had a friend tell me this. Do not rely on it to give you all of your astrological insights. It makes a lot of mistakes. You need to check with a professional astrologer. Yes, it can give you basic general stuff, but watch real interpretations. Don't base your life on what ChatGPT is saying. Please do not.
Well, the thing about chat is basically it takes all the stuff that people have written
on the internet,
and then it mixes it all up and it gives it back to you. And it does kind of say, like, if I see this more, this is what I'm telling you. And on top of it, it will kind of respond the way that it thinks you want it to be. And if it picks up that you want to get more of a positive spin on something, that's what it's going to give you, regardless of what it means.
Compared to the truth.
So just, be careful. But anyways, I think the big difference, I would say what he said, and I really like that differential between what you feel in your gut and what you see from your third eye. And I guess I always look at people who, if you make the claim to be psychic, honey, you better be like,
I don't make those claims.
Point, and that's to me a whole other level of stuff.
Like, for example, the tribe members will tell you, psychic, we have one. Dr. Karen Michelle came to the tribe. She's a real psychic.
Yes.
Okay? I'll tell you, I'm intuitive. I'm not a psychic. With that,
and you know what? Here's the thing. She's
medium,
and she's
psychic.
She's incredible at what she does.
Yeah.
But she's not psychic. I don't think she would tell you she's psychic. Because psychic is like, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in the future. I'm going to tell you. She taps in and she's a medium and she communicates in that way. And she will learn things that way.
Yeah.
And she can see your guides and she can see, people who have passed on and all sorts of things like that. And yes, Miranda, I'm here, my friend. Let's see now. Hey, yes. Hey. Yes. Cephas said Jackson's gonna get you. Yeah. You know what? I'll be real with you.
Jackson is
I've
smooth.
always known it. He's a smooth operator. Actually, you know, all my boys are smooth operators. Okay, did he tell you how he asked his girlfriend to be his girlfriend?
Yeah,
and it was so cute because I was sitting next to the young lady's mom, and the mom was like, "Oh my gosh!" Did you tell him? You told him about the cup and the Starbucks.
But you can give him more detail.
Yeah, no, it was just really cute because these ladies, there was like about 5 of them, I think.
5 girls, 3 boys.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the girls. I hate to say it, that's the odds of real life too.
Slim pickings out there for the ladies.
There is slim pickings, baby.
You get a good man, you better hold on to
yes, honey.
Listen, she has me on a leash.
I do. Honey.
You gotta watch. Like I can barely walk outside.
Where you going?
Like, where you going?
Oh, and he better have a good answer.
How come your ring's not on?
No, I don't do that.
I'm joking. I always wear my ring.
Was really bad and not bad. I mean, I don't wear my ring that much
because she almost.
But here's the thing. I almost. We were traveling on a road trip in Colorado, and I thought I left my ring in a hotel room, and I called and they couldn't find it, and all this stuff. I mean,
she was in a
when
panic.
I tell you panicked to the point of like I wanted to throw up. I was so upset that ever since that happened, and that was pretty early on, like.
Well, we already had the kids.
We had
the twins.
Yeah,
they were almost 2.
Yeah,
but it was many years ago.
It
10 years ago.
Yeah, I like. Oh no, I will just leave it at home. I do not want to take the chance.
And guess what? I had a little glimpse of that, not to the depths that she did, but I misplaced my ring in the house one day, and I swear I could not find it. It was under like a bottle. I put the bottle on top of it. And so I didn't know if it was in the I didn't know where it was. And I was just like, I felt like, you know, not as bad as she did, but I get what she was saying. So I already did Neptune and Aries. So anybody here want to share? And they did with the 12th house, you know, so just remember with the Neptune and Aries in your 12th house. So how have you been sleeping with Neptune and Aries? Like the last bit.
You know what? I'm not wearing it. I need to go show them this.
What, the EMF?
Yeah, I'm going to show that to them.
Okay.
But, you know, I have been more okay. So I have been extra tired for the past month.
Taurus risings, this can happen.
An entire month. Yeah. I have been super tired.
Taurus and Scorpio risings, because the opposite house, the 6th house.
But I have recently begun to sleep better.
Yeah. And
the last couple nights, I have slept much better. And I'm going to go show you what it is that I'm doing.
Well, and go ahead. I'm going to say, while you're doing that, I'm going to get into Pluto and Aries.
You'll get into it, and then I'll show you what it is that I have that's helping us sleep. But last 2 nights, I've been feeling much better. And let me see about this. So Phoenix said food, drinks, and clothes, etc., are always more expensive in the mall. Yes, this is so true. Oh, and my kids know this. Let me tell you something. Jackson was like, I'm not spending that. And this is the thing. These kids like these expensive brands. So what I found out is that Hellfire. The Hellfire t-shirts were $320 for a t-shirt.
What?
$320 for a t-shirt.
Is this t-shirt gonna like make money for me?
Yeah, no, I
$320.
You know, and then
is it like linen?
These particular slides that Mason was looking at, they were like these Nike slides that have like these little sensors in them or something. They're not real sensors, okay? They're just little squishy, discs, spongy things that go up or whatever.
They're not sensing nothing.
$340 for some slides? Rubber slides.
Oh my, this world.
And he's trying to talk his mama into getting it. Well, I'm like, good luck with that. If your mama gets it for you, amen to her. But no way.
We're not doing
my kids, on the other hand, were like, Jackson was like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm still growing. I can't spend that. And he said that for both the Hellfire shirt and the slides.
Yeah.
But
we like to get our kids nice things, but we're also very practical and we teach them. Like you don't waste your money on material items.
Our 16-year-old found somebody who was into the bootleg whatnot, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it wasn't, but either past season bootleg, I'm not sure. But he spent $60 on a whatnot t-shirt, which I thought was a lot for a t-shirt. But when it arrived, it was very good quality, very thick material, long sleeve, you know, all the stuff. But to come to find out that the t-shirts are over 300,
and he got it for 60.
That's for
a good deal.
That's for a short sleeve. So I don't know, like what a long sleeve would be.
Absurd.
$395.
Do you guys remember back in the day, like the diesel jeans? They'd be like a couple of $100 or $400 or $500. I remember going to the diesel store. They were like crazy expensive. Okay, so while she's gone, let's get into Pluto and Aries. So Pluto and Aries, are you guys going to be here? I'm going to be here 2067 to 2097. Now, I'll be here at the beginning. If I'm here to 2097, I found the fountain of youth, and you better reach out to me. Okay, so Pluto and Aries, what is Pluto? Pluto is power, control, sex, abuse, manipulation. It's the soul psyche, the psychology of the soul. It holds the pain, trauma, and crises from childhood and past lives. It's a magnetic energy. It's Hades, the underworld. It's secret societies, the mafia, the occult knowledge, magic, santeria, brujeria, witchcraft. Pluto is no joke. When you have Pluto and Aries in 2067, go watch my video. See how I broke it down. See my prophetic visions. But this is really, I theorize this is when we are hitting 2067, and maybe it's more like 2070. This is really when we now, remember I tell you Age of Aquarius, pinky toe in the sand, in the water, like the water up on the beach and the sand's wet. Well, now we're walking down to the beach and we're putting our feet in the water, Pluto Aries. That's the new beginning, okay? And then the new Age of Aquarius in 5D, I think, we'll just vibrate on that. And I think it'll be here before then, but I would say without hesitation, by 2100, this planet will be complete 5D Pluto Taurus. But Pluto Aries, one thing I think you're going to see, this is the new beginning. This is the new Earth, right? So in 2067, you're going to feel these new frequencies, these new vibrations. This is where we will have a new sovereign, independent government. This is probably where we don't have any taxes. This is where, we all become these authentic tribal leaders. Pluto Aries, now, some astrologers theorize, it hasn't been designated, that Pluto could be exalted in Aries, and it's at home in Scorpio. They were debating to put it at home in Aries, but it just didn't resonate, because they did Uranus, Aquarius, Neptune, Pisces, so they were like, oh, Pluto Aries back at the beginning, but no, it connected better with the 8th house in Scorpio. So, but this is also like where we may start to activate our DNA, right? From 2-strand to 12-strand, live past 120 years. Think about what Uranus and Gemini is going to change. Stem cells, peptides, like all these different new ways of extending our life, new frequencies, new vibrations, right? You guys have to realize that, as medicine advances, and it's going to advance by going back to the roots of nature, right? We all need our spiritual gun, which is God, universe, nature, right? And that's KRS-One. I didn't come up with that, right? Come to the teacher, my favorite MC. Listen, you come to this channel, you should know a couple of things about me, right? I'm an MC, E-complete, 2 albums, starting to work on the 3rd, 4 or 5 mixtapes. But my favorite MC is KRS-One. I'm a Yankees, Knicks, Steelers fan, college basketball, North Carolina, St. John's in Maryland. I went to University of Maryland, College Park. Yo, Terps! College football, like Alabama and Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a native New Yorker, Upper West Side, the best neighborhood in the world. So those basic things, right? Both my parents are in heaven. I have 4 sons, a Virgo, a Gemini, and 2 Leos. And I am married, coming up on 18 years, to my amazing Pisces wife. So just a little general thing about Eric Taylor, BigEAstro. And we moved to Arizona in 2011. But with Pluto Aries, you're going to feel this new frequency on the planet. By 2067, I think it will be that's what Pluto Pisces is getting us through. When Pluto Pisces comes in 2044 to 2067, that's when we are saying goodbye completely to the Piscean age and then moving in. Now, remember, even Micah Dank was saying ages or 2,160 years, but the cusp is like 400 years. So I think we've been coming to the end of the Piscean age for a while. You know, some people theorize that this is all an illusion, right? Not only that we're in the simulation of Matrix, but that the world ended in 2012. I don't know. I'm alive. I'm still here. I can pinch myself.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
That's a hard one for me to grasp.
And maybe I don't even know. Listen, you know what? I just kind of am here for the ride. I'm not letting nobody get me upset.
We just gonna do what we gonna do, baby. You know.
Yes.
But I do honestly feel, and that is my intuition, that you are really leaving the Piscean age during that Pluto Pisces spin around. And Pluto Aries is when we're really now at the beach, age of Aquarius, and our feet are now in the water, right? It's a new beginning, a new frontier. And then you dive into the ocean and you're like swimming like Aquaman. We're going to start to have gifts that are seem like just like the superhero movies. They show you those movies because they're showing you who we are supposed to be. Okay. It's not like no fake stuff. Like, trust me when I tell you, okay, you'll see. You'll be like, oh, Eric is just so crazy. He's an exaggerator. And then all of a sudden one day you're going to be like, oh, snap. And you take up in the air, right? You start developing wings. I got wings coming out my back, she'll tell you. But you know what I mean? You're going to see. All right. So Pluto Aries, I want to hear from you guys in the chat. What do you think about Pluto Aries? Are you excited for it? Will you be here? I'm going to be here. Are you going to be here?
Right. Well, let me look really quick.
Yeah, see what they're saying.
Nobody's saying anything on Pluto, but I'm going to go back up because we're almost on point with all of our comments.
Okay.
So Miss Kendra is having some sinuses. It's been on 100 lately. Yes,
Neptune Aries, and allergy season is bad this year. With Saturn and Neptune and Aries, it can affect your head. Aries is the head, medical astrology. Neptune is disease. Saturn is chronic headaches, pain, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. So a lot of different things can be going on with these alignments, plus the South Node in Virgo. So hence, purify, cleanse, more intermittent fasting, more smoothies, salads, eat lighter. Trust me, you want to activate your light body energy and frequencies and vibrations. That's what everything is energy, frequency, vibrations. This desk, this chair, everything's moving. We just can't see it with our two eyes. These eyes are inferior to the third eye. Always remember that. Or the first eye is what we should call it, really.
Let's see. We have,
Did Ronnie,
Phoenix,
did they share their big three, the new people?
Phoenix, thank you so much. You are so good for my ego. She said I look fabulous. Every once in a while, I pull out the eyeshadow. I had a feeling that I might be meeting moms and I was going to be in the mall. So
Mixed
I was
company,
like, let me look a little cute today.
She's always cute to me.
But I will say this mother was really surprised when I told her my age. So she was like, what? Really? She goes, you look fat. I said, why, thank you.
Yeah.
I know.
She was much younger.
I don't know, but you know what?
Yeah,
we are older because like we didn't have the twins. We didn't have the twins until I was 40.
Yeah.
So
we're
now
older parents compared to most of their counterparts.
Yeah. So I am older when I get with the parents of the twins parent. Yeah. So anyways, with William, I was 36 when I had him.
35 or 36?
36 when I had him. Yeah. So, I'm older than a lot of parents, even with him, but the boys definitely. For sure. Anyway, so Phoenix and then Phoenix said that I'm a material girl living in a material world. Yes.
Yes.
So true. And Miranda said that ChatGPT is us training AI for free. Exactly.
Thank you.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, keep it real.
Think about it. Anything that they give us for free,
we are the AI.
There is a payoff for them. Okay. I have been having this conversation about the vaccines. The whole world came out together to give that for free. Right, wrong, whatever you think on them, there's always a payoff for the people that are giving it to you. And they have never gotten together to give
anything for you free to help people.
Besides, first off, everything is for free. And then it's not just like our country, it is global. So the only two things that I'm aware of is the vaccine and AI. Y'all have any thoughts on that? Please let me know. And then Miranda has a really good thing here. She said, intuition is underdeveloped psychic. A mediumship is underdeveloped psychic. We all have the ability to raise our vibration and reach those abilities. Yes. And I was watching a very fascinating person talking about just aliens and just different things, but talking about the world at different levels and talking about time and about how, you know, more and more, and I think probably most of us are aware of this, time is not linear the way that we have been trained. And as we evolve, we're going to move past that linear perception.
I got something really cool. Me and
How cool is it?
Well, we've both been thinking about it, but you guys, I don't think Alana and I are going to celebrate birthdays anymore. Think about what Prince said, but just think about it energetically with the candles and the stuff. Those are rituals, but also when you acknowledge time, you should just consider time connected to nature, not time where you're labeling, identifying it, and then making a wish and all that stuff. That's a ritual, right? The birthday candles, turning off the lights and all that stuff. And that may be hard because we have big like traditions in our family, but I may have to explain to the kids, Daddy stopped aging at 55. Like I'm not counting.
We have to shift our perception.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
start counting
we
backwards.
We have to figure out like what that means.
Energetically,
But yeah, I already feel disconnected from time. I never know what day it is.
Well, that's Mercury Pisces.
I don't know. Like, I don't know dates. I don't know holidays.
I'm her calendar.
And I'm like, what month is Veterans Day in? Like, I'm shocked like every year when it comes up. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? It's now? I have no idea. Like, I don't know nothing.
It's so funny because when we first got married, I was looking at her.
And
I'm
he's
like,
so good with time.
I'm like, she's like an alien.
I mean, and you know,
she don't know no holidays.
Like, I have no idea. I'm like,
but I just admitted to them that I made the faux pas because we've been so busy and so focused on this book that I had to switch the date of my astrology class from the 5th to the 12th because I didn't even realize that April 5th was Easter Sunday, aka Resurrection Sunday, right? I had no idea. So I apologize, and now I switched the date. I'm going to do a new video. She's going to adjust the graphic, but you know, you guys can sign up and join and take this astrology course April 12th. It's going to be a game changer. I'm very excited about it. And you should really join the tribe, man, because $23 or $10 a month. And this Friday, April 3rd, 7 p.m. Eastern, we got Melinda Valentine, Numeralytics, breaking down the numerology for the tribe for the month of April. Okay, so we'll see you Friday night, April 3rd. I cannot wait. If you want to join my newsletter, can they do it on the website now? I think so.
It should be there.
It should be there.
But guys, I'm so sorry. You know what? We are going to be getting real help, and it's harder than you would think.
Yeah.
I would love to find somebody who could help us, but here's the reality. At this point in the game, we can't afford you Americans. You Americans and you first world people, you are too damn expensive for us. So then we end up getting the third world people, and sometimes you're a little bit, you're not as reliable.
Or sometimes and then you can't trust it.
Yeah, but we're gonna move on from that.
Yep.
We're not. So we are up leveling. Give us some time. But one thing I have realized is that I don't have the ability to do everything. I am a superwoman. Okay. Karen White, she wrote that song for me, but
she definitely is.
I can only do so much. Even Superwoman has to acknowledge when she's being pressed a little too far. But
being 53 and 55, technology is, and there's no excuse, right? I mean, it's just that it's not as intuitive to us, but we're getting better every day.
We're figuring it out, honey.
We're trying.
All right. And all I can say is you can trust us, and sometimes our website is down.
Well, it's working and it's fine now.
I think it's fine right now.
It's fine, right? It's working. Website is working. Please explore. But I'm going to say this. If you do have Saturn in Aries, go book the Saturn return reading with me. And I definitely, like I told you earlier in the show, I do recommend the solar return chart for any of the Aries and stuff like that. But let's, any other questions or comments? And if any of you new people, Ronnie and the other person, share your big three, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm going to get to Lilith and Aries in a second, but she wants to show us something first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I mentioned that I was sleeping EMF. Better. And so I wanted to show you this EMF. And I don't know, why did I put this on my neck when I was going to take it right back off? So this is an EMF. It breaks up the EMF. And I'm going to bring it right up here. Oh, whoopsie, I dropped something. Bring it right up here to the, let me see. I got my computer in my hand. Tell me to stop, okay? So I'm bringing it right up here. So this is a Q link. And this breaks up EMF. And EMF is in the air all around us.
These 5G towers, smart TVs, cell phones. I went up to visit my mom, and I've heard of this before, and it's funny because we had just been talking about the fact that we needed to get stuff to help us with Faraday cage, yeah. And I need to still get a Faraday cage to keep my phones in, because I keep certain things on, because now I've got kids that are out all over the place. So at times when I might turn off my phones, I don't, because I want them to always be able to get a hold of me. So I've got to get that. But anyways, the thing that's really, this is a really reputable company. And I think we're going to start looking into maybe, I don't know how they work, but possibly repping this line, because it's very good stuff. This is what it looks like on the back. They come in all sorts of different colors, but this copper here, and what's really interesting is we gave one to Mateus or to Jackson, and I think we've given the other one to Mateus, and we're going to buy a couple more of these. But our little Jackson, he sat up here, and he's the one that loves the crystals and real spiritual. We were in the dark because I went in to go say good morning to him, and he showed me it was dim or whatever, and he held this next to his cell phone, and this copper area kind of began to glow. And he goes, Mom, what I've noticed is that anything with EMS, if I get it close to it, it begins to glow. And so it begins to deflect that. And so it's not going into your body. Yeah. So we tested it just, regular. We tested it on airplane mode, and it began to glow. The only time that this did not glow is when the phone was turned completely off. Yep, you guys. So it's very, very interesting. So that lets you know that airplane mode and do not disturb are only protecting you just un poquito, a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's slightly less. It might not even be slightly less. I don't even know. I mean, I'm saying that, but I don't know. Yeah. We'd have to get an EMF meter. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I just want to say this. Just remember, also, that's what crystals are for. Okay, whether it's what is it, Moldavite, obsidian, different crystals can help. Is that those some of the names? Yeah, what? Moldavite helps. Right? For what? To block some of the energy. Yes, it does. So and, selenite. Selenite, that's the one. Yes, selenite. And you know what? I have selenite on the desk. I have a wider piece of selenite, and I'll stick my cell phone on top of it. Yeah. But I want you guys to think about that just in your daily lives. We've got to protect these things, just also with the cell phone too, right? We need to hold it up, not always be bent down looking. We got to just kind of hold it up and look. We really have got to realize that these things that can be extremely beneficial for business and our lives and social connection, there's a lot of pitfalls and downfalls to them as well. So we just got to be mindful. Okay. So let me just breeze through a few of these. Yes. Miranda, yes, it's slim pickings, but I will say this. We need to also hold that it might be slim pickings, but it's going to get better. But yes, it will get better. But if you desire it, it will come to you. Your mind needs to be clear and pure, and just put out what it is that you want, and then give the universe space. Don't hound it and think on it so much. But you need to visualize your partner, like who it is that would be your partner and your soulmate. And I did that years ago, and that's how I met Eric. And I did literally, it too, yeah. I watched a woman who talked about it, not so much in terms of manifestation and all that, but she talked about doing this thing, and I said, I'll try that. And I wrote down everything. And somewhere in about 6 to 8 months, I met him. And yeah, the rest is history. Let's see. Now, Jackson, yes, he is one of my smooth, charming little Leos. And then we have King Capri Corino.
And great energy from both of you. Oh, thank you. Many blessings to
you. Same to you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you for
coming.
But
share your big three.
All this.
Do you know
give
your
us your big three,
sun
please.
rising? I do free breakdown for you.
And then Phoenix said Neptune has transited in my first house and with Aries and Saturn. And wow.
Okay. So, that's interesting because, just so you know, when Neptune comes on the ascendant, I have that natally, you'll see, Phoenix, you're going to feel like you're going to become this shapeshifter. Neptune on the ascendant, the creativity never stops. Your imagination is on like 30, right? 0 out of 10, it's on 30. Like I tell you guys all the time, my imagination and my creativity is like beyond like human capacity. I can't even fathom how other people can't fathom the things that I can fathom, but it's because of the Neptune on the ascendant, and Jupiter, Venus too. But I'm extremely creative. I'm constantly thinking of things and this and that. My mind is just like very like out there. But the Neptune does that. It also makes you very compassionate and empathetic. You can be a little idealistic and unrealistic, and you see the best in people. The ascendant though will kind of flavor that. For me, Scorpio, so like I'm like empathic, but I also walk around with an MRI machine so I can see if people are good, bad, or indifferent. So the Neptune gets diffused by that Scorpio for me. But when Neptune's on the ascendant, even in transit, people will try to tell you who you are, but you're still recalibrating and figuring out yourself even during that transit. So just be mindful of that. Don't let others try to define you, because you're nebulous. They can't define you. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I would say with Neptune on the ascendant, stay away from the drugs and the alcohol, because you're going to be really prone to it. It's different if you're doing something for spiritual growth, but just be mindful, mushrooms, different things or whatever, hape, whatever. But I would definitely try to minimize like just the escapism, because you could be more prone to addiction.
Hape makes me happy.
Sounds like a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. And eventually we are going to get like a little bit of like more merch for Astrology and stuff like that. We gotta start promoting our Knowledge is Love Tribe t-shirts and get those out to people. And
I had it up. I had it up on
but it's just in the community. People may want to, we could even do it on YouTube.
I actually think we're gonna do it through YouTube, because I think haven't looked at their thing yet.
Yeah, they have a shop. Yeah, we gotta do that.
So Phoenix also said, yes, make your own and get a person who knows how to make the knockoffs, and they can teach you how to make the knockoffs too. So, it's all in making things. And you know what? My thing is this, and this is what I try to tell our 16-year-old, because he is a very talented artist.
Oh, yeah.
And I look at some of the things that he made, some of the things
we wanted him to make his own t-shirt
line.
Yeah.
I know you could draw this. I know you could conceptually come up with things. And I'm about make it yourself. Yeah. Like
creators. We're creators, not consumers.
Picture, create the thing. And then as Phoenix says, then maybe knock off the quality or knock off the sort of the style. So you stay within that vein, but make your own. And then get up there and say, hey, bam, you know what? What was I saying? Hellfire. Listen, I'm making something here, and it's even cooler.
I don't even like that name though. Hellfire.
It's some kind of quasi-Christian kind of thing where it's like it has Christian-y type things, but it's very interesting to me because both that and essentials, fear of God, and there's these different things, and everybody's trying to talk about God. But I don't know if I see the godliness of all of these things. No. And I still I have some essential stuff. They have very good quality stuff, although I won't spend the pricing that they want. But anyways, let me tell you something else about these. And I forgot to mention, this is actually important. When we had spoke about it the week before, I went up to go visit my mom. And so I was in her apartment, and she lives in a senior apartment where I think you have to be 62 and older to move in there.
Oh, it's not 55, 62?
Yes. And so this woman was walking by me, and she just was so happy and had all this. She was on a walker, but she was like walking, and she had one of these. I said, oh my gosh, what is that? And I began talking to her, and I'm talking to her. She was telling me all about this. Then she tells me she is 96 years old. When I tell you This woman looked like she was in her 70s. She is a massage therapist. She still does massage on occasion. She did a 2-hour massage. I was like, now let me tell you, that's like energy. 96-year-old woman doing a 2-hour massage. Now, she's on a walker. Yeah. And the other thing that she does, listen up, guys. My mom said every single day, no matter what, and I'm gonna start to follow this, she goes outside and gets some sun.
Sun. I told you.
At least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
She sits out there and she gets the sun.
Sun gazing at sunrise and sunset is so positive for you. But even midday, right? Even for my European Caucasian folks.
This was midday, and she was on
get
her
outside
way.
in the sun.
She was walking on her way.
Even if you're in the shade, you still want that sun. It's very. Yep. Listen, they try the medicine. Western medicine will lie to you. The sun it brings light and vitality. It's like the sun sign: vitality, confidence, right? It's your energy source. It makes the plants grow. So it's not going to be killing us. So we got to, realize that it's a cleanser. It's a purifier. It heals. All right. So let's get to Black Moon Lilith in Aries. Who here has it? Does anybody have Black Moon Lilith in Aries? I told you some of the people. There were some women, I think, that had it. Pamela Anderson. I told you LeBron James, Prince, Michael Jackson. So one of our kids have it too. I forgot who, and I don't know if it's the twins or William. Black Moon Lilith in Aries. Oh. So Black Moon Lilith, what is that, you say? It's your gut instinct, pheromones, hormones, your intuition, the root chakra. It's primal carnal energy, right? It's pheromones, hormones, your yes-no response, pre-verbal, pre-rational. Lilith, right, but it was in an older version of the Bible, and she was considered to be Adam's first wife, and sexually she wanted to be on top and but she was demonized and rejected, kicked out of the Garden of Eden. So it deals with rejection and repressed energy, right? It's the divine feminine, also the dark feminine, but it's got like a female Pluto energy, but it's still relevant for men and men's charts because we all are feminine and masculine energies, right? Remember, feminine is not always female, okay? But what I want you to understand is that Lilith, the sign will show you your tribe of people. So if you have Black Moon Lilith in Aries, Sun, Moon, risings, they're your people. They got your back, right? Here's an example. I just thought of LeBron James. He won that championship with who? Hit the shot at the buzzer against the Warriors, the Aries, Kyrie Irving. So there you go, right? So, that's an example right there. But Black Moon Lilith and Aries, these people can tap into their intuition greatly when they initiate and assert themselves, when they're being brave and courageous. Candlelight, fire, okay? They're very independent. They want that sovereignty. Think of Michael Jackson and Prince, right? The symbol, Michael buying Sony, right? They were about independence and sovereignty. That's Lilith and Aries. Very instinctual, very passionate, initiating, right? Aries energy is like, erect to react. It's very like, boom, ram head first. But sometimes you have to be mindful and be careful of being overly impulsive. Impulsivity can be challenging, and obviously more challenging at this time with Saturn there to 2028, April 12th. When you have Black Moon Lilith and Aries, though, also, you can deal with rejection when you do try to be a leader, when you do try to be brave and courageous, or you initiate, or you're overly competitive and assertive. People can reject you and hate on you for that. The house that you have it in will tell the story of the people that you may experience. I will tell you, because I've seen this in a lot of charts, not to scare anybody, but just so you know, because I got to give you the truth. If you have Black Moon Lilith and Aries in the 7th house, you have to watch out, because the Lilith is also, wherever you have it at, is where you can be over-sexualized by both sexes, both genders. And so when it's in the 7th house, it's a double entendre, the descendant, right? Opposite the ascendant. So it's you in relation to the other half. And so you can be going to sign contracts, negotiations, or in the marketplace to buy your rice or beans or whatever. But you have to trust your intuition, because people will definitely come at you in crazy ways, and you could be over-sexualized while you're shopping. People hit on you in random weird ways. But your partner, the spouse, they can, not always, they can cheat on you. Extramarital affairs, cheating on relationships, a business partner, cheating financially. So you have to be very careful. And that's with Lilith. Lilith is like that and is very strong in the angular houses, which are what? You'll learn this in astrology class. Angular, succedent, cadent houses. So the angular houses are 1, 4, 7, and 10. BigEAstrology presented again. 1, 4, 7, and 10. Those are the pillars of your life. Okay. So you're talking about self, your mother and childhood home and upbringing, where you came from, the IC, 7th house descendant, you in relation to the other half, or, business and relationships and marriage. And the 10th house, your father, the authority of the government, and your public image and your legacy. So Lilith is very, very powerful and strong. So remember, if you have it, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising people, no questions asked. They will have your back. They will accept you and get you. So does anybody have any experience with that? I'd like to hear any of your Lilith stories. I think somebody here may have. Is it you, Phoenix? Do you have Lilith and Aries in the first house, or somebody?
Okay, so it's Jay Smith is checking
What's
in.
Up, Jay
Hello,
Smith?
Jay. How are you? Thank you for checking in.
Jay Smith or Jay Smooth?
And Phoenix is talking about, yes, God, universe, nature, show you right. And then Kendra is starting an 84-hour fast. 84 hours. I've never heard of that before. So that's 3.5 days. So that's an interesting amount of time. Why 3.5 days? And then let's see. Good. Phoenix is talking about Virgo is intuitive, and my Virgo is in Pluto in the 6th house, where the South Node is, and they're now showing having spine. And the South Node is there now having spine issues in neck from old pillows. Got better pillows, but need therapy supplements to uncurve the spine. Yeah, it's funny. We're sleeping with all kinds of different things. I came home with this new little pillow that helps, curve the your back so that the smaller your back lays flatter. There's all sorts of things. We got stuff in between our legs. Honey, let me tell you, growing, the longer you are on the planet, yes, we do not have to call that
aging or getting older.
Yes, but the longer you are on the planet, you will find things that will increase your comfort.
Yes. And
yes, Phoenix, find those pillows and increase your comfort. Let's see. Wow, and this is also Phoenix. What's really going on astrologically and curved spine and back causes headaches. Oh, so when you were talking about the headaches and stuff, need relief ASAP. Still trying to look for remedies, working on being more positive. Please provide where to purchase Q links. Thanks. Give me a little bit. I want to see. I think we might actually. I'm going to see about possibly becoming a rep for this. So. Okay. But you can find them online if you can't wait for that. You can find them online. And I had heard of this on top of it. It's funny. My mother actually had one, and she mentioned, she goes, "Oh my gosh, I think I have this." And my mom has had a little bit of everything. So we went back to her apartment, and she's digging, and sure enough, she pulls out a black one. And I was like, "Go ahead, Mom." See, I've grown up with a hippie mom who has everything under the sun.
Is an Aquarius. You guys have met her, 0 degrees Aquarius, and she's been a trailblazer. She was on the health stuff decades ago.
And Loney, the 96-year-old woman who had this, she had said that it did really help her with her vitality, her health,
not a phony and a tenderoni.
Mm-hmm. And let's see.
96, that's impressive.
Virgo in Pluto, 6th house. This is going back to Phoenix, but she's in pain.
Aries rising, yeah. Because you're dealing with Saturn on the ascendant. The ascendant is your head and your body. So one thing that you can do, you got to do more neck massages. Saturn, Aries, it's a rough transit. Yeah, I would say that right now would be a good time to get into some yoga and stretching. But we got to work. You know what's so funny? I got this download the other day and I realized this, like, we've got to increase our fruit and coconut water. Our water is really dead. It doesn't matter if we put the baking soda in it or the Celtic sea salt and salt. That helps it, but it's not natural living spring water. It helps when you do charge it with the moon water. You could even put crystals in it, or just keep, charge your crystals out. The Libra full moon. Go watch my video, comment on it. Libra full moon, please. That's Wednesday night, 10:11 p.m. Eastern, 7:11 p.m. Pacific. But that's really important, is to, really think about things like coconut water, things like trying to purchase or get natural spring water, doing things. But the fruit is how we get our hydration. If you realize and think about hunter-gatherer days, they weren't always around water. They got their water from the fruit, right? If you even look at our tongues, we're not like the animals with the big long tongues that can just suck up the water, right? How do you get water from a pond if you don't have a cup? There was no cups back then. With your hand. So your hydration came from the fruit, the H3O. Aha, pay attention, right? So they got us drinking water. We're kind of bamboozled by that. So,
well, it is what I find really interesting, and is that, growing up when I did, nobody carried water. We drank water, but we weren't all deficient the way that we are now. And like, that was not a thing in the 70s, in the 80s. Yeah. And I don't know when it began to become a thing. I would say mid to late 90s is when you began getting that message. We ran and ripped and roared and did all kinds of things.
But also drinking it out of copper. We need to drink out of copper glasses, copper cups.
And that's another thing. Yeah. I am going to be looking for a copper company, because that's something else. Like, I want to start bringing different things to us. No. Okay. But I mean, she's fine, but no. Yeah. Okay. At any rate, I want to start bringing things like this and putting those for different merchandise that I want to promote and do. But anyway, Cephas said that he has Black Moon Lilith in Gemini. In the 4th house.
Oh, Cephas. Okay.
Break it down.
Well, no, I mean, that could have been tough. I mean, I want to save this because, we'll have to save this for when you do your chart reading, Cephas, because this is very intense and personal. But Lilith in the 4th house, you could have been sometimes verbally mistreated or abused, maybe not by mom or dad, but I remember you had a bunch of siblings. I think you said you were one of 11 or 13, something like that. So it could be communication. Gemini 4th house, right? Snapping the dozens, just your siblings just talking smack and being mean and stuff like that. But Geminis are your people, Cephas. That's your tribe, sun, moon, rising, that you may meet in your hometown or homeland, or you just, you vibrate the similar way emotionally, But you my homie, because you got that Pisces rising like my mama. But I also think Pisces risings are just magical people. Remember, I just said earlier this episode, right? You and Phoenix, right? Aries and Pisces risings, the two most rare ascendants. And so, the Alpha and the Omega, Pisces and Aries and Pisces. So, but that Lilith, you're very intuitive, Cephas, about your communication and your skills and self-efforts. All right. And, we all know that about you. So. But that's a powerful placement. But we'll really get into it once we do your reading, whenever you're ready, okay? Because it gets way deeper in the 4th house. Okay. Anybody else?
Let me see.
So nobody here has Black Moon Lilith in Aries? I'm surprised.
I don't see that. Okay. Kendra got back to us. She said it originally started out as a 72-hour fast, but I didn't want to eat the same day, so I'm putting off till the next day. Okay, perfect.
That's good.
And I've been getting called to get back on my fast. I'm trying to figure out what happens is I buy food and I don't like to just have food spoil, so I need to stop buying food. But then the kids still want to eat. But I have to make sure I have to buy in ways that I only get stuff that they're going to eat.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be coming back with you.
Yeah, we're due for
we'll
another.
Do it together, maybe. Well, I mean, you're going to start, but I'm going to do a long, I want to do at least 2 weeks or something of that nature. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm gearing up for.
She's a rebel.
I am. Anyways, let's see. And then Phoenix said, is Jay Shetty, he said his Black Moon Lilith is in Cancer. I'm assuming you're talking about your Cancer. You didn't say specifically, Jay. But
Jay Smith?
Yeah, he just said, no, mine is in Cancer. So I'm assuming he's talking about Black Moon Lilith. if you want to hit that up.
Well, just very intuitive with your emotions.
And so Phoenix said would not take Adam's bull crap, and he could not handle it. He didn't want an equal partner. Oh, okay. Black Moon Lilith couldn't take Adam's bull crap.
Well, yeah, because she wanted to be treated equal, and she also sexually wanted to be on top. And so the rejection, and then the whole patriarchal system and demonizing her, and that she ate children, and all that foolishness, is silliness. It's the same thing like calling medicine women witches. That was just to bring in the Western medical system. You know what I mean? And to stop women from, healing people with herbs and different remedies. But we're shifting. You're feeling the frequencies and energies on the planet are shifting, and you're going to start to see, and you're going to start to even have even more world leaders step up with the divine feminine energy. It's still kind of shocking in 2026 that America has never had a female president, but the two that they offered up were subpar. But eventually we're going to get the right woman that should be, leading our nation. And then I think she'll do a wonderful job. The time is coming. So we'll see when that comes. But the whole system's broken. So it's all fugazi. So it doesn't matter. So until we get a new government, it doesn't matter who the president is. When you have, the 13 families running everything and secret societies and all that. So, and foreign governments running our government, it's just silly. So, but, so I think we're going to get ready to run, and I definitely appreciate you guys. I'll probably be back.
King Capri said, remember this. Everything is happening for our greater good.
That's right.
That is so
everything happens
true.
For you, not to you.
Absolutely.
Right? It's about our perspective, and that's so key. Thank you for saying that, my brother. But you're so, it's important.
And Kendra does a fast once a month for 84 hours.
Oh, that's good, Kendra. I like that.
And King Capri recommends the Kangen water. Yes, they are really good.
Water?
Kangen. It's a whole system where it pulls it separates out the water, and then you get the more acidic water, which you can use for cleaning and different things. It's not for drinking. And then you have the alkalized water that is for drinking and so forth. It's a really good system. It's about $5,000 for the countertop system, if I'm not mistaken. I've looked at them before.
Oh, I'll just buy that tomorrow.
Well, yep. But it is a really good system.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. So let's see. Today is the 29th. Oh, listen. I got to make up a graphic too. I forgot. Tuesday, we got Queen Bee coming on the podcast. She'll be on the podcast Tuesday, the 31st. And then Friday, she'll be at the Tribe. So what we're going to talk about is a little preview of what's going to happen in the Tribe, but a little different. Each will be different. But Tuesday night, I think 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern, I have to double check with her. Queen Bee will be coming on, and then I'll probably be back on myself Thursday, April 2nd. But Queen Bee, we're going to be talking about the numerology of April, but we're going to kind of, do like a little special slant or angle on it. So come and check that out. It's going to be really powerful. It's always fun having Numeralytics, Melinda Valentine on. So I can't wait for that. And I'll see you Tuesday night. Okay. So thank you guys. Wish the Taylor boys well with their new ladies.
Well, you know what? No, I had conversation with them, and I said, you know what? What did you do to make them feel good this past week? What was something? And Mateus said he gave her a compliment on her hair and that she liked that. And Jackson also complimented the young woman. I said, so what did they do for you?
Yes, because girls need to.
And I said, what did the ladies do for you? And this is genderless.
Yeah.
And this has to be for everything.
Can't just be men always.
Whether it's these young kids who are first getting into
women
having
have to be
these
nice
little
too,
thoughts. And I don't see it as anything, it's like, whatever, but it's teaching them how to behave and teaching them what they should expect out of their relationships.
Yeah.
Think about it. How many of us if we were taught what to expect, we should make our partners feel good, and our partners should make us feel good about it.
It shouldn't be just one-sided.
And we're not talking just physical. We're talking emotional and spiritual
and respect
things,
and kindness.
Right?
Yeah.
So I had that whole conversation with them once we dropped the other boy off. And I said to him, you have to be good to these young ladies. But if these young ladies are not good to you, then you have to step, you know, and because, you know, like you have a lot of manipulation. And I was talking to this mother who has an older son who's 15 in high school with William, and he was dating a young lady who was telling him things like, if you don't do this, I'm going to kill myself, you know, and she would get like really intense, like not in a joking kind of way, to manipulate him, to get him to do things. And they're 15. That's a really young age, 14, 15, to begin that level of manipulation. And we need to teach our children that if you see something
what's
like
right,
that,
what's fair,
cut it,
and what's normal.
Don't accept it.
What's not acceptable,
and
exactly.
Keep it moving. But we also need to do that for ourselves. So to everybody out there, make sure the people in your life are treating you the way you need to be treated. And let go of those who don't. Because what happens is that positive energy will grow when you have people around you that treat you well. But on the flip side, when you have people who don't, that also builds and attracts. So, all right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending this time.
Who do you guys have? I mean, we got Duke. I mean, we got Connecticut against Illinois and Arizona against Michigan, the Final Four. What you got? I think I may be going with Illinois, Arizona.
Thank you, Phoenix.
I think. So this is going to be interesting. So that'll be next weekend, Saturday and Monday is the championship. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Phoenix.
Please
do me a favor, you guys. When this is over in 15 seconds,
yes,
please come back and just leave a little emoji, a comment, something. It helps it grow in the algorithms. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys.
We're trying to get to 10 million followers. Help us out.
And right now we want 300,000, 300 more to get to 11K. So tell a friend to subscribe.
Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend.
And share it on your Facebook, your ex, you know, share the episodes. I really appreciate you guys. And thank you so much. And please sign up for the astrology course.